dedication, then what attitude does he have? He has aghayuhu. His life is full of sin. Sin means going against the grains of nature, going against our own self. And how do we know we are following this path of sin? The mind becomes more and more filled with anger, jealousies, greed, fear, guilt, sadness, incompleteness. So all these are signs of sin only. Fear. Many people they are totally surrounded by fear only. Fear of living, fear of dying, fear of sickness, fear of pain, fear of success, fear of failure, fear of everything. That is, fear is also a sign of sin. Then guilt. Then what you call anger. Anger is also sin only. Papa. Anger justifies non-justified anger. Every angry person feels their anger is justified. Two angry persons fighting with each other also, they justified anger. The trouble in this world is a lot of justified angers are there. All the court cases are justified angers. So we justify. So anger, hatred, desires, pride, all these are sins only. Because they all give sorrow. That which gives sorrow is called sin, and that which gives joy is called punya. And also another statement is that which is for the welfare of others is called punya, and that which harms others is called sin. Para apakar is sin, para upakar is punya. Paropakar. So one who doesn't follow this chakra, what do? They live in sin. Aghayuhu, their ayuhu is full of agha only. I hope you are not tired, So don't become tired. Aghayuhu and indriya ramaha. And another reason why a person doesn't follow this chakra is indriya ramaha. Indriya rama means one who revels in the pleasures of the senses. Eyes, ears, nose, skin, touch, all those pleasures of the sense. Indriya ramaha. Not atma ramaha. Not paramatma ramaha. Indriya ramaha. Their mind goes only in the pleasures of the senses. The intellect goes only in the pleasures of the senses. All the tricks, all the planning is done only to satisfy the senses. क्या खाना है, क्या पीना है, क्या पहनना है, कहाँ घूमने जाना है, all this only. Directly getting pleasures at the level of sense. So when we are so much attached to the pleasures of the senses, then we don't want to dedicate our actions for a higher cause, because senses become more and more powerful. For example, food is there in front of you, and it is your favorite food. And somebody else is also there who is hungry. So you can share that food with that person, your friend or relative or whoever. But suppose your deep attachment is there for that food and you want to taste it and you want to eat it yourself, then it becomes difficult to share. Little children and all, they don't want to share sometimes. They say, no, you give the other one. We don't want to give. So it requires sacrifice at the level of the senses also to share. But if we don't have that sense of sacrifice, then we will get attached more. Or if we have more attachment to our sense pleasure, then we will not have the sense of sacrifice. In families, in houses, you find TV के सामने पड़े हुए हैं. That wife or mother or son or whoever calls them, अरे थोड़ा मदद करो नहीं. Serial आ गया मेरा favorite. But same thing is happening in the serial. Why you want to? No, no, no. This is very important episode. Please don't disturb me. So our attachment to our pleasures makes us follow the path of adharma. Adharma, paradharma is done when we get attached to our sense pleasure. We don't want to do our duties. We want to do somebody else's duties. We want to just forget about everything because pleasure becomes more important. So, aghayuhu indriya ramaha mogham parthasa jivati. Such people who don't follow this Srishti Chakra, Bhagavan says they are just living in vain. Mogham partha, you are just wasting your time living. Why don't you die? Or mogham means vyartha jivan. Not that Bhagavan is saying that one has to die, but he is saying that if you, in this way, one should not live. Sometimes our own near and dear one also we use such statement, that you are wasting your time. You are just wasting away. That means we are not telling him continue wasting away, but we are trying to take him out of that situation. Similarly, here also Bhagavan says, if you are spending your time only in sin and only in this sense pleasure and all, then mogham parthasa jivati. You are just wasting your time, spoiling your life. So please come out of that and perform action with yajna attitude. I tell you, Bhagavan would have become a good lawyer. He presents his case so systematic, so watertight, that poor Arjuna doesn't have any option. Finally, he says, after listening to 18th chapter, he says, Karishye vachanam tava. I will do as you say. Understood. Because Arjuna was very intelligent, skeptic, intelligent skeptic, as Gurudev says. So he will, any defect, anything, he will immediately point out and try to clarify it. So after asking so many questions throughout the Bhagavad Gita, after asking so many questions, clarifying so many doubts, Arjuna got convinced. And with that conviction, he fought that war. He got convinced about his duties, he got convinced about the attitude behind his duties, and he fought that war. So thus, in these so many verses, Bhagavan advised Arjuna that non-performance of action is not a path, performance of action is path, and that action also should be performed with yajna attitude. But one more question, Arjuna did not ask, but it was there in his mind, that is it that one is stuck to this karma throughout? Or are there some exceptions to this rule? Are all beings stuck to action and they have to keep on performing this action non-stop as their duty? Because to perform this yajna, dedicating to the totality is part of our duty. So are all beings entitled to perform their action, or are there some exceptions who are free from these duties? Bhagavan says, yes, there is one exception. If you reach this state, you will be absolved from these duties. You will not have any duty in this world. Very strong and powerful statement. In the next verse, Bhagavan says, Yastvat maratireva syat atmatraptascha manavaha atmanneva cha santushtaha tasya karyam na vidyate. Together. Yastvat maratireva. One who has reached this state such a person becomes free from all duties. Tasya karyam na vidyate. Karyam is that which has to be done, is called karyam. Obligatory duties, what we have seen as niyata karma, is mentioned here as karyam or swadharma. But Bhagavan says for these people, karyam na vidyate, they don't have any duties. The scriptures cannot give them any duties. The world cannot give them any duties. They don't have any duties. How come? Why they are so special? They are directly related to Bhagavan or what? Who are they? Bhagavan says, yes, they are directly related to me. They are my own self. They are the one who have identified and realized their own self. One who has attained the state of enlightenment, become free of duties, from the sense of duty. But still they work. Their work then becomes an expression of their love, expression of their compassion, expression of their wisdom. They are no longer work. Their work doesn't come out of some need, some pressure, some what you call sense of duty, but it is out of love. So who are these people? He says, Yaha tu atmaratihi, one who has recognized the self and one who revels in the self. Self here is not the ego. A lot of people revel in their ego. So they are not the realized people. Self, when we say Atma, Atma is not which is only in this body, but Atma is there all pervading. They have recognized that they are not confined to this body, but they are in everybody. They are in the tiny little ant also. They are in the mountain, they are in the rivers. They are in each and every being. They are in the heavens, they are in the earth. They are in even Narak also, everywhere. So one who revels